Welcome, chismosos and chismosas. This is Esmeralda, and welcome to the Chisme Thread. Today, I have two of my sisters, Ruthie's and Tanya.
Hey.
You know who you know who Ruthie is. You know, therapist in the making, this queen. And then we got Tanya Estefane, who is going to nursing school. Okay, she's a nursing baddie. And she is also like the big dog and be liking fashion and changing her hair up like me. Everybody wants to be like me, the big dog.
Just so you know, take care of yourselves because she's gonna be the future nurse of this generation.
Oh yeah,
Take care of
girl,
yourself.
whatever. Yeah, just be careful with this one. She has a very caring and loving soul. That's all I can
Oh my gosh, why are you saying that?
She's gonna love you to death, but I don't know about healing.
That's crazy work.
No, she got you. She's a goodie. I mean, Tanya, we will say she's book smart. Period. She's
really
gonna
is.
know the diagnosis.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Tanya's first time. She don't really listen to Reddit stories like Ruthie and I. So, are you like what are your thoughts so far? Like, what are your
Do I
expectations?
like them or what do you mean?
Like what is your expectation? Like going in here blind?
I don't know. I've heard some of them because like I'll hear Ruthie play them. Some of them are funny, so
Yeah.
or some of them are like oh my gosh, that's frustrating. So I feel like it'll be some good tea.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It's just free tea because, like you said, this is just chismosa thread, and I'm a chismosa, and I'm nosy. We all gossip together, so yeah, we can just jump right into it. Okay, so what we usually do is, I'll read the title, and then we kind of give our first impression just based off the title, and then I'll go in and read the story. So my boyfriend, 40 male, wants me, 34 female, to do most of the housework and still contribute 50-50 to bills. How do I handle this?
Break up.
Break up. Nobody wants it.
It's also because like we grew up with like dad being like the sole provider, so I'm like, what are you lacking that you need a woman to provide for?
And I feel like even though dad was the main provider, he still like helps around the house. Like he's
Yeah.
still cleaning up. And if he doesn't, your mom will smack him up.
Yes. He like if like he'll like make like us breakfast or make us food
Yeah.
or dinner or like help clean up
Them
anything he
hot dogs
can.
con huevos. Come in hot.
Yes.
Hey, I need some outside perspective on this because I don't know how to move forward. My BF and I had been together for over 3 years, and we're talking about getting married. We bought a house together a couple of months ago. The problem we have is with our finances and household chores. I think it's two separate issues, but to him, it's all related. Basically, I do all the chores. He'll empty the dishwasher once in a while, fold laundry here and there, and maybe clean the shower once a month. We're supposed to meal prep together once a week, but lately I've been doing most of it. He'll go to the grocery store, but I have to make a list. He takes out the trash when I remind him to do so. We both like things to be tidy and clutter free, but I care more about the place being clean. I don't mind doing a bit more cleaning, but it's become ridiculous the amount of time I spend cleaning up and tidying up everything while he scrolls on his phone. He's also begun to half-ass the few chores he does do. For example, he'll empty the dishwasher but leave a few dishes on the counter instead of putting them away. He'll clean the shower but forget some areas that are clearly full of lime scale and soap residue. I try not to be too much on his back about not cleaning things properly, but I admit I tend to point out the things that he hasn't cleaned properly. But it's annoying to be the only one who cares enough about not having a shower full of built up or hair or piss stains on the toilet after he cleaned up. I'm always the one who has to do the deep cleaning. I told him multiple times I needed him to do more. He says to tell him what to do. But first, I'd like him to notice the laundry piling up and the dishes in the sink. And second, when I do tell him, he either does it sulking and complaining the whole time, or he says he'll get it to it later and never does it. When I bring it up, he just gets mad and tells me to stop criticizing him. Seeing he wasn't doing more, I asked him to at least show that he was thankful for what I do. I never get a thanks. He said that he doesn't feel thankful because he was doing all this himself just fine before meeting me. Y'all, I'm getting mad.
I've been mad.
I'm trying to finish the story, but I'm getting mad, Queen. I just kind of decided to stop doing so much and see what happens. 2 days ago, the house hadn't been cleaned in about 10 days. It was starting to get gross. We have two cats. Oh no. And the repairman came. It was raining outside. He tracked a lot of mud and dust from the repair he made. My boyfriend was at the gym, so I vacuumed and started exercising. The first me time I had that day. I told him I had vacuumed and if he could mop and a few other things that needed to be done. I told him I'll come with him when I'm done. He started soaking and ignoring me. He half-assed the mopping, took a shower and went to bed, leaving the chairs on the table, clutter on the countertops, and the other things that needed to be done undone. He came home at 7, by the way. It all exploded from there. Yesterday, I asked him why he thought it was okay to let me handle almost everything. Like, he sees the chair on the table, and somehow I have to ask him to put them down. And he got mad. For the work financial thing now, he has an office job with flexible hours, works about 40 hours a week, and has 10 weeks of PTO a year. I'm self employed and work from home. My business is failing, and I have been working hard to salvage it. I still make enough to pay for my expenses. We're both debt free and own the home that we live in, no mortgage. He does contribute a bit more than me. He pays for the internet and the home insurance. I asked to have my name put on it and split it, but he didn't bother calling back to fix it. I don't have a car, so I occasionally use his, not even once a month, and we use it together to get to the gym or to the store. If we take a road trip, I usually cover accommodations to even things out. He does pay for restaurants when we go out 1 to 2 times a month, but I simply can't afford to eat out right now. So if he wanted to split the bill, then we could just stay at home. We split 50-50 everything else. Groceries, the house, vacations, other bills. We pay for health insurance and cell phone separately. He probably makes 2 to 3 times more than I do. I don't make much right now, so he's not super rich either. But he feels like I'm taking advantage of him and that he's paying for everything, like I'm spending my day relaxing at home, which isn't true. While he works hard, again, he has flexible hours in the office with lots of time off and light workload. I get terrible period pain on the first day and sometimes really bad migraines. When it happens, I usually take the day off and rest. If he's working that day, I still make sure all the chores are done by the time he gets home, and he's super resentful of that, knowing that he could do the same at his job, saying I'm not living in the real world. He says that I don't have a real job, so I should do most of the housework, and he's refusing to do more than 30% of the chores. He probably does less than 10% right now, while I still pay my share of things. He also threatened to leave me if I didn't agree to do most of the chores without complaining. Also, also I could get some government assistance help. We're not in the US. But I can't because they take his salary into consideration. He says it's not his problem. I can't get that money. He used to be kind, caring, and generous, but now I don't recognize him as a person I have in front of me. I don't even know what to say. Any outside perspective is welcome.
Okay, can I go first? Okay, he wants a mom, not a wife. And the
Girl,
fact that
that's
you
your
are
son.
considering getting married to this man is actually insane. Like, you see how he is now. He's not going to change. He
Yeah.
isn't. He is who he is, and he's comfortable now, and he knows that you won't leave him right now. That's why he's continuing to act this way. And that is honestly, like, just like, he wants to be the princess in the relationship. Are you sure he's not gay?
Yeah, maybe it's different now because before when your business was thriving, he didn't have to pay as much, so he wasn't resentful. But now that he knows he has a financial upper hand, he's like, this is like financial abuse, like plain and simple. That's what it is. And if he wants you to do most of the chores because you're not as busy as you were, I mean, yeah, you're still working, But if he feels like if I'm going to pay for more, then you do more of the chores, then yeah, he needs to pay more than 50% of the bills, because there's no way he makes 2 to 3 times more than you and y'all going in 50. No, like that's not fair. Relationships aren't always 50-50. They're just what one person can like. What you can give the most at that time is what you give, and then there's always someone who's gonna be able to give more in that relationship than the other person. Like he's not being like fair isn't 50-50. Tanya.
I feel like yeah, it's giving like he wants her to be his mom, and that's so disrespectful. I feel like she should definitely break up with him. And maybe he's just showing his true colors at this point, or like Rada said, maybe as Rada said, maybe he's changing like his mindset and being resentful because he's making more money now. But I feel like that's not fair. And if he really wanted you to do more of the chore work, then he could just be like, you shouldn't work at all. Then I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but even if say he paid all the bills, it wouldn't be fair for you to take on all the mental load of the house, because it's not just doing chores. It's like the mental load of like keeping in mind what needs to be done, remembering what's in the fridge when you go to the store, remembering like, oh, does he have clean clothes or does he need his clothes washed? It's just like yeah, you have to physically do the chores, but you also have to like think about that when you're a stay-at-home parent, or no, you're not a parent, but you're a stay-at-home wife or stay-at-home girlfriend, whatever the case may be. And if this is how he is when you're just boyfriend girlfriend, like it's only going to get worse when you guys get married. If you guys decide to have kids, like girl, I would not trust it. I don't usually just automatically go to breakup, but to me, this is like either you get counseling and y'all work it out, or y'all break up, because it's not gonna get better.
And like how he was saying that he wanted to, like, he was gonna leave her and stuff. It's like, just do it then, cause like, why are you in a relationship and wanting to get married and talking about marriage, but then threatening a breakup?
Yeah.
Like that's not right.
And then one of the commenters said he also threatened to leave me if I didn't agree to do most of the chores without complaining. LOL, don't threaten me with a good time. Sis, he said your job isn't real. He said he needs a chore list to see mud on the floor. And again, he said your job isn't real while he's eating food you made for him. Why stay for this? Why at all? Yeah, I agree. So like people can comment on Reddit and give her advice. He doesn't respect you, your job, or your time. There is no magical string of words you can say to him that you haven't already said that will change this. And then the original poster said, I'm starting to realize that it just seems silly to leave someone over chores, but I guess it's deeper than that. He doesn't respect me and probably demises me as well. Yeah, it's not just chores. It's the chores are just like the outward problem, but it's like you said, it's all deeper than that. Um, and someone else says, get your ducks in a row and see a lawyer about getting him to buy you out. You really buried the lead. The guy is an alcoholic with mental issues. Leave him. Oh, I didn't see alcoholic somewhere.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I know, believe me, I know it's hard and you're scared, but thank your lucky stars you're not married. That's true. Like, see if he can buy you out of the house that you got, or maybe you can buy him out if you get a loan, if you can't afford to live on your own. But it says that they don't have any mortgage, so they might not have like any payment on the house. Okay, next story. This is from True Off My Chest. So there's different categories in Reddit, and this one is True Off Your Chest, which people just like try,
Confess.
yeah, just confess things, get them off their chest, all that jazz. I have a crush on someone who isn't my girlfriend and it's killing me.
That's tea.
See? Yeah, that's no bueno. Stay loyal up in here. Me and Ruth has already talked about our loyalty. We're both like ride or die.
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I have been together for roughly 4 years, and things have been great between us. We've had maybe 2 or 3 issues, and they were mostly just because of outside factors, like both of us being in college and the long distance nature of our relationship because of that. Besides those small issues, our relationship has been great, and I cannot really imagine myself being with anyone else besides her. However, Roughly 10 or so months ago, I developed a crush on someone in my friend group. I thought it was no big deal and it would go away on its own. And eventually, and it eventually did after she got a boyfriend. No big deal, right? Well, after summer break, we all got caught, and she mentioned that she and her boyfriend had broken up. I don't know. It just said we all got caught. I thought they got caught doing something, but no. Within that same week, the crush came back and way stronger than before. I figured the crush would go away again, and it would be no big deal. Cut to now, the crush is still there, and it shows very little sign of going away. I never intended to act on the crush, nor would I ever cheat on my girlfriend. I just have no one to tell this to. All my friends are either friends with my girlfriend or friends with the other girl, and the guilt is eating at me. I'm not asking for advice. I just really needed a place to vent this out, and I'm hoping that it will help me with dealing with this. I mean, you may not be asking for advice, but you need to hear some.
I wish they would have add more stuff. Like, is that person a guy or a woman? Like, is it?
So the person posting it, so it just says my girlfriend.
Oh.
So they either could be a woman in woman situation or a
Mhm.
male in woman situation, but they didn't put any like,
Dang.
yeah, any like sex identity.
I feel like that would have been like
But I don't
good
think it
to
really
know.
matters though
True.
because they're in a relationship. So I just feel like if the crush hasn't gone away and you're still thinking about it, then maybe you just need some time to be single because like says they're in college, so they may just be they may have gotten to, it seems like they gotten together before college
Mm.
or right when college started, and like now, I mean, I just feel like you rarely see someone stay with someone throughout college, like high school and college. So if the crush is still there, you're not doing anything helpful. You're not being a good partner by continuing this relationship or telling your girlfriend about it.
And I feel like if you are like having a crush on this person, and I just don't understand why you would, even if you're not choosing to act on it, things happen and choices can be made, and I just don't understand why you would keep yourself in a position where you would continue to be friends with that person even if you're not acting on it. I still find that disrespectful, and to still continue to talk to that person and like be part of that friend group and like interact with that person, I just don't think that's right. And like Mata said, maybe like you just need to take some time to be single. Maybe you're just like comfortable with your girlfriend, and that's not really like. And so like once you're with someone for a certain amount of time, like you just get more comfortable, and it's not like that new feeling. So maybe you're just mistaking that with just like not being in love anymore, or maybe you just aren't in love anymore. But I would probably say to break up with your girlfriend and take some time to be single.
Yeah, there was a comment that's pretty good. It says, "Hey OP, I saw in some of your comment replies that this girl and your girlfriend have similar traits, and also that you're long distance with your girlfriend. I wonder if what you're actually craving is closeness with your girlfriend, and that person you're crushing on, who is similar to your partner personality-wise, is literally just in closer proximity to you, so your brain is looking for that emotional connection with her, resulting in a crush. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to explain. I wonder if the solution is to squish this crush is to try and see your girlfriend more often if possible, or even plan trips away together to remind your brain that that connection with your girlfriend is the priority. It might be a stretch, but it just came to my mind. Good luck with everything, and you seem like your intentions are in the right place." And then OP says, "Our relationship is only long distance part time since we're both in college. I usually am able to visit her at least once per semester, but the distance is usually too long for just for a weekend trip. I've been thinking about the same thing though. It just sucks and my brain is looking for it." So I mean that makes a little sense if I didn't see any comments where he was saying that they are similar, but if they are similar then yeah, they're since they are long distance, he might just be looking for just a proximity like the the emotional connection that he misses with his girlfriend. But still, I think maybe take a break while you're long distance.
Yeah, I feel like visiting once a month or once a semester is crazy because a semester is like 5 months. So that's
Yeah,
actually insane.
cause I'm trying to think about how long a semester is. It's been many moons since I've been in college. But it's like at least like 4 months. Yeah. And then how long is your you said 5 months?
I think, yeah, probably like 4 to 5 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So once every 4 months, that's crazy. No, I
Hmm.
think maybe once a month you guys can get together if it's feasible for you. Um,
Well, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I feel like it's like normal, like for a split second to have a crush on someone. Like, I don't know, even, I don't know.
no,
Like,
I think crushes are
Attraction and a crush is
oh no,
different.
attraction. Yeah, I feel like that's the word. Yeah, like to be
yeah.
attracted for someone, but the fact that they had a crush on this person and then it went away and came back again,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
that's
the
alarming.
issue is that it's reoccurring
Hmm.
when he knows that she's single. Like when it's not there when she's unavailable, which is I mean just cool. It's probably there in the back of his mind since it keeps coming back, but it came back once the other girl became single.
Yeah, and I agree with Ruth. Like, I feel like that is weird that he's still friends with her, or they're
Yeah.
still friends with him. Like,
I would
it, yeah.
either maybe distance myself from that friend or um or distance myself from my girlfriend. One of them gotta go. This one is another one off of True Off My Chest. My boyfriend, 28 male, her boyfriend's 28, confessed his love to my 17-year-old sister.
Ew, 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 ew.
You need to. He needs to be
Jail
in jail,
immediately.
locked away. Please report him.
Lock him up. So I don't even know where to begin. The day I found out that my long term boyfriend, 28 male, confessed his love to my sister, 17 female, everything shattered. We had been together for almost 5 years. I met him in my early 20s. Back then, he felt like the most loving and gentle person I had ever known. He was my safe place, my home. He was attractive, supportive, and always there when I needed him. My family was initially against our relationship because of our cultural differences. He did everything he could to prove himself. He learned my language, adapted to my family values, and even moved abroad with me for a short period. When I went alone to study because he said that he could not leave me alone, he left everything behind for me. After we returned to our country, we continued on our relationship. We did not live together full time. I lived with my parents and he lived with his. Whenever my family went on vacation, he stayed at our home sometimes for weeks, sometimes for longer than 2 months. My sister was still a child when he first started staying with us. He took her to school and did groceries for us. To me, they genuinely felt like brother and sister. That is why I was absolutely in shock when my sister told me that about a month ago he confessed his love to her. She told me that he said things like, "Your sister was my first love, but you are my true love." And also, I wanted to force this situation so that it could not go any other way. I believe my sister completely. She has no reason to lie. She was clearly distressed and terrified to tell me. She also did not tell me immediately because an extremely stressful period due to school, and she did not want to burden me or make things harder for me. According to my sister, the night he confessed, they stayed awake together until around 5 a.m. The next day, when I asked him why he had been awake all night with my 17-year-old sister, he acted like I was irrational for overreacting. The reaction deeply unsettled me and is one of the reasons I believe her. Because cultural reasons, we had not been allowed to stay together overnight for months. That made it even more confusing to me that during the same period when he was finally staying with me and could have been in bed with me, he chose to spend the entire night awake with my 17-year-old sister instead. This was not the first time something like this had happened. When I told him this made me uncomfortable, we argued and he acted as if I was crazy for feeling that way. He asked me questions like, "What do you think would happen? Do you think one of us would do something inappropriate? Do you expect that from me or from her? Who would you trust with your words?" At the time, I interpreted this as him being offended because I felt uncomfortable since I genuinely believed that he was acting as an older brother. Looking back now, it feels like he was testing how much I suspected and whether I had doubts. After his confession, my sister told me she asked him to end our relationship because she felt it was too painful and unfair to me. Because she was afraid of his confession would affect our relationship, he repeatedly told her that he would break up with me because he knew what he was doing was not okay. Shortly after that, he spoke to me. He actually tried to break up with me, which had never happened before in our almost 5 year relationship. He told me our relationship was going badly, that other people supposedly thought the same, and that there were things that he could not talk about. Because I did not know what was really going on, I tried to fix things and convince him that we could work on our relationship. We decided to give our relationship another chance. This all happened during the same month that he was staying with me. At the time, I did not know that this followed his conversation with my sister. During that same month, I noticed things that felt off, but I brushed it to the side. He listened to the same music my sister listened to. He reacted emotionally when she did not reply to him and got irritated when she went on dates. When a family member had a medical emergency, he seemed more focused on how hard it was for my 17-year-old sister than it was for me. At the time, I told myself that he was just acting like a protective older brother. At the end of the month, I told my sister that he had decided not to break with me at all and he deserved love too and was allowed to be selfish. When everything finally came to the surface, I confronted him. He did not deny crossing boundaries, but minimized everything. He claimed the confession was not romantic and tried to justify his behavior by bringing up a situation where my sister had briefly gone on a date with an older man, as if he could somehow make what he did acceptable. The same day, he told me that he had developed feelings for her, but not romantically, after, according to him, my sister kissed him while intoxicated about a year ago. He said that this was very hard for him. I do not believe him. And even if something like that had happened, he should have come to me immediately and acted like an adult. Instead, he hid it for a year while continuing a relationship with me and acting as if everything was normal. All this time, he kept loving me, kissing me, and building a life with me while carrying this secret. The day after my sister told me everything, I contacted his sister. She acted like I was stupid and said my sister was lying. Later that evening, I spoke to his mother. From the moment she picked up the phone, she was hostile. She told me my sister must be lying and that I was ungrateful for everything her son had done for me, and she indirectly threatened me if I were to take further steps. At this point, I realized how alone I was in this. My life shattered into a million pieces the day I found out that my boyfriend of almost 5 years confessed his love for my 17-year-old sister. I broke up with him, but I honestly do not know what to do anymore. I feel devastated, betrayed, confused, and completely broken. What would you have done?
Just feel like really sad for the younger sister, especially, but for both of you guys. But that must be really scary, like being like a child because you're only 17 and you grew up with this, like with your sister's boyfriend. Like you see him as like a sibling, um, and then for him to say that to you, and like you are like thinking like, what if my sister doesn't believe me, and if she does believe me, like this is also going to completely shatter her world, and like I'm sure she probably like thought that like like a little bit like maybe like it's my fault when it isn't her fault at all, and like my heart really just breaks for both of you guys.
Yeah.
That was a really fucked up and weird thing for your boyfriend to do. You do not need to be with him. um and I would definitely talk to your sister about seeing if she's okay and comfortable with reporting it, because that's not okay to do.
Tanya?
Mm. Yeah, I feel like I'm like, dang, I feel so sorry for both of them too, like her sister and her, because I'm like, imagine like you love this person for 5 years and they did amazing stuff. Like he literally learned her language. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's difficult. And then out of nowhere, like he confesses love to her sister, who's also a minor, and I feel like that's really gross and weird. And I'm glad that your sister was able to like tell you. It sucks that she told you a month later, but I'm glad she had the courage to tell you, and I think you did the right thing by like breaking up with him
Yeah.
and also letting like his mom and sister know, even if they didn't believe you, honestly, like at least now they know. So if anything else like that happens again, like him trying to talk to a minor, they'll be able to like hopefully realize it and like correct it and be like, no, that what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah. I think he we need to go to the popo. But um yeah, cuz even if say let's just throw the ball in the air. Maybe what if even your sister did kiss him out of drunken, she's a minor. I'm sure if that happened a year ago and she's 17 now, so she was a minor before. He's an adult in the situation, so he has like how you said in your writing that he should have came to you like an adult, so you could have had that conversation with your sister. But he lied, he waited, and he's grooming her. That's just what it is, plain and simple. He's grooming her, and maybe that's what initially attracted him to you, is that you were younger and he's older. He seems to be at least like what 6 years older than you, so he seems to have a type when it comes to age. Yeah. Another poster said, "I tell my dad, and that man will be on a T-shirt." Literally. I mean, I have anger issues, so I wouldn't say anger issues. I'm just very protective. So if my sister told me that, there would be no talking to him. I will beat his ass.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. Like, I'll beat ass and ask questions later. Like, what do you mean he touched you? What do you mean he was grooming you? All this weird shit. Like, I would knock him out. And I would not feel bad about it.
But I do think that it's really great that like at least your sister felt like she was safe enough to come to you, and the
Yeah.
fact that you believed her. Because sadly, there's a lot of times that like you tell someone and they don't believe you. So I'm sure that having like her big sister, like which I'm sure was already scary enough to tell you, I'm sure it meant a lot that you did believe her and that you chose her and dumped him.
A commenter said, "He's predatory at this point. Your sister is scared, OP. Not just about losing her sister, but being coerced into something by a much older man. The power imbalance is ridiculous. Your sister is a minor and a child. She should not be left alone with the husband. Is there a lock on her bedroom door? I doubt she stayed up to 5 a.m. in the lounge because she wanted to. It's because it could be that she was too scared to go to her room, as she felt that she might be followed and wouldn't be able to sleep." Yeah. Another person says, "Girl, he is a predator. He might not be actively grooming your sister, but he takes advantage of the fact that she's stuck with him when you bring him around. He does not love you. He barely seems to consider you. Do not let this man harm your sister any more that he's already has. Please break up with him. Neither of you deserve to be treated that way." Everybody's just saying the same thing. So, yeah, I would definitely report him, break up with him, because my fear is that this isn't the only thing that happens. Because a lot of times when someone speaks up about something, they're telling you like the bare minimum of what's happened. So yeah, the next one is coming from "Am I the jerk?" So it's kind of like "Am I the asshole?" but they don't use the curse word. "Am I the jerk for dating my sister's 34 female ex-husband, 34 male, after she cheated on him and married her AP,
What?
Uh,
affair partner?"
we had a similar story to this last time, didn't we, with the twins?
Oh, with the
Yeah.
twins, yeah.
I think that you're not the jerk for dating them after like what she did, like in a sense like you didn't betray her in that sense, but I think that you're weird for dating someone that your sibling was married to or dated or had.
Yeah, because if they're married, you know that they did some things. And like I said last time, I couldn't mess with somebody my sister messed with.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's weird knowing like they did stuff too. Like, I would always be thinking about that. That's
And what if
weird.
y'all look alike? So then he's probably like,
Because I feel like we all kind of look pretty alike, so that would be weird. Like,
yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, because I'm like, are you with me because you're just trying to get the closest thing to my sister, or do you really like me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 29 female, and I got involved with my sister's ex-husband, 35 male, Mark. Names changed, and it has been a huge mess for, and our whole family has gotten irreparably damaged by this. Okay, Twilight. I'm in a really bad place right now, and I feel like I'm losing my husband here. I'm losing my mind here. For context, this whole mess started about 2 years ago when my older sister, 34 female, blew up her marriage. She didn't drift apart from him. She had a full blown affair with a coworker and ended up leaving her husband to be with the other guy. It was humiliating for everybody involved, and our mom was horrified. But she married the affair partner pretty much immediately after the divorce papers were signed. Her ex husband was devastated. He doesn't have any siblings and lost his parents a while back, so he was completely isolated. To make things worse, my sister and her new husband started playing these really dirty games with custody. Her new guy is obsessed with playing dad, and they were doing everything possible to alienate the kids, 6 female and 8 male, from their actual father. I saw how broken he was. He was spiraling into a really bad depression and was terrified he was going to lose his children because he couldn't compete with the new husband's money and the lies they were feeding the kids. I couldn't just watch that happen. I felt so guilty for what my sister did. So I started going over to his place during visitation hours. It wasn't romantic at all back then. I just wanted help. I wanted to help him with the kids and make sure he didn't send them back early out of despair because he was depressed back then. Because I knew my sister would use that against him in court. We basically co parented during his weekends just to keep things stable for my niece and nephew. We did grow close and ended up learning a lot of things about each other, but it was all purely platonic. And I was even seeing someone else. So there was nothing about it that was weird. We never even flirted with each other. But my own life turned into a nightmare a few months back. I found out that my BF had a criminal record and that he's been to prison before. He's lied to me entirely about his last, and I didn't feel safe around him, so I broke up with him. And he completely went nuts. It all happened within the span of a week. He started stalking me, blowing up my phone nonstop. I'd block him, and he'd call me on a new number. My bank accounts, my work login, my ID, basically everything is tied to that number. I couldn't just get a new number and walk away. I was completely terrified, and now he had a violent past and had been to prison before. After all, he was just calling me, and I didn't know what the cops can do, and I was even more afraid that he'll snap and escalate it, and no one was there to help me out. I didn't even go to work, and I had no idea what to do. I didn't want to go to my mom's house because she's older, and I didn't want to bring that danger to her doorstep. So I packed some clothes and showed up at Mark's place. I was a mess. I kept my phone switched off for hours because I couldn't handle the anxiety. But the second I turned it on, within a few minutes, the calls would start flooding in from fake numbers. I was sitting on Mark's couch, just crying, terrified that this guy was going to hurt me before the cops even could do anything. Mark didn't hesitate. He offered to speak to the guy. I had no other options. He took the phone, turned it on, and just waited. When it rang, he answered. He did the talking. He was deadly calm and told him not to call me again and heavily implied that he'll hurt him very badly if he did so. My ex BF actually called back a few times after that, hoping Mark would pick up and he could get to me. But Mark answered every single time until he finally stopped. Mark even took me to see an attorney the next day. We prepared everything for a restraining order, but since he went radio silent after Mark spoke to him and a formal legal warning from the lawyer, we decided not to drag it through court unless he showed up again. To make me feel safe, Mark even swapped phones with me for a few days so that he could pick up if my ex called again. And also, I wouldn't have to flinch every time my phone rang. After those after those few days of intense trauma, and just being set free from that felt wonderful. It was really hard not to see Mark as just a friend after everything that he did for me. I continued to stay with him for a while. It started off as temporary arrangement, but living together just shifted things. We were both walking around with those open wounds from being treated like garbage by people we loved and trusted. We started spending our nights just talking on the couch, venting about our exes and how hard it is to start over. We realized that we understood each other in a way nobody else did. We had so much in common. We stay up late watching movies, ordering takeout, and just talking one night. And one night we both had a little too much to drink and ended up in bed together. We both freaked out the next morning and said it was a mistake, but we couldn't really stay away from each other. We haven't put a label on it yet, but I guess we're dating and we're basically living like a couple now. We cook together, we handle the kids together, and honestly, it's the safest I've felt in years. And I think we're actually falling in love with each other. He's such a good dad and a good person. He's tall and handsome and a very much a gentleman. Seeing him happy makes me happy. The problem is the kids. They went back to their mom's house last week, and innocent as they are, they mentioned that I'm living at Mark's and that we sleep in the same room together. My sister absolutely lost her mind. She called me screaming, saying the most vile things. She called me a slut, a discard, and told me I was pathetic for picking up her leftovers. She called me so many slurs and even said I was digging through her trash. I was angry at her and I really wanted to defend myself, but I just couldn't. I just cried hearing her call me all those nasty things. It broke my heart. We used to really be close before this, and she's the one who destroyed her life for another man. I didn't do this to hurt her. I and Mark are both scared, terrified, and deeply hurt, and we found love in this mess. I do think he's the one for me. It's really hard to put into words, but we both know it. We get along with each other perfectly, and every moment I spend with him truly makes me feel safe and happy. I haven't felt this way in ages. And Mark and I both have been through a lot and we just want to be together. My sister's now threatening to tell our mom that I'm a homewrecker and cut me off from the family, and that she'll make sure I'll never see my niece and nephew again if I don't move out. She's blowing up Mark's phone, as well as she's threatening that she's going to file for custody modification because our relationship is psychologically damaging to the kids, and basically telling him that she'll do everything to keep him away from the children. And she's also really guilt tripping us with the situation with our mom. She's very old fashioned kind of woman. She was already very hurt by the fact that my sister cheated on Mark, and if she finds out that I'm sleeping with Mark, she's going to be heartbroken. I'm beyond terrified. I don't want to lose Mark, nor do I want to lose the kids. I love them very much, almost as if they're mine. I care for them. I didn't do this to hurt my sister or my mom. I just found the person who actually makes me feel safe. But for now, I've committed a terrible mistake. Am I the jerk?
I think all the adults are weird in this situation because what do you mean you're gonna do that to your kids? And what do you mean you're gonna do that to your niece and nephews? Or, your. Were they nieces or nephews?
Yeah, they were nieces and
Yeah.
nephews, so they weren't her kids. I don't think she didn't say anything about herself having kids.
Yeah. I just think it's weird, like, for, like, her sister to do, like, obviously have an affair and all that. That's messed up. And then they lie about, like, her ex-husband to like the kids and lying about their dad and all that is really messed up. But then I also think that it's just confusing for the kids because they're so young. They said 6 and 8, right? That's so young. Like they're gonna be like, oh, like mom and dad aren't together and mom has a new man. Like, and this guy, I like him because he guys gets me all this stuff. And then my dad is really sad all the time. And now my dad is happy because my aunt is always over and they sleep together in the same room. And like that's just a lot for a kid to process, I feel like. So I feel like everybody's messed up in this situation. Like no one's really putting the kids first.
Yeah, I feel like her sister's reaction is not invalid. I feel like it's very like I feel like that's her sister reacting like that is not a bad thing. I think you fucked up and it's okay for her to react like that because regardless, like it may not even be about her husband, it's about her sister portraying her and being with somebody that she's no longer with. Like That's just weird. Like I feel like I probably wouldn't have called my sister names, but I would have like went off on her because it's just weird. Why are you fucking with my ex? Like yeah, and then like to be an ex boyfriend is one thing, but your ex husband, that's crazy.
Yeah, I understand why her older sisters, or her, yeah, her older sister, I
Yeah,
think.
it's
Yeah,
her older sister.
she would be upset. I feel like there's so many people in this world, like so many people in this world, and you're really with her ex-husband. It's crazy. I don't know, but
Yeah, and maybe you just feel that way because you just went through something traumatic. So like he just feels like a safe space, but girl, it's not it. There's like she said, there's so many other people.
They're gonna be like, "This is my stepmom on."
Yeah, somebody said, Auntie Mommy has a nice ring to it. And somebody replied to that and said, "Hey, that's my nickname for my mother-in-law. My husband's mom died 20 years ago, and my father-in-law ended up marrying his older brother's widow. He died 15 years earlier. The cousin step sibling thing was weird for the husband and his brothers, and his cousins now step siblings.
That's a lot
Husband,
of family members.
yeah, husband and I invited his cousins slash step siblings, new mother-in-law and father-in-law, on a week-long trip a few months ago after the wedding. Everyone who gets along really well. It was being awkward with one another. So, as a joke, his stepsister started calling my father-in-law Uncle Bob Daddy, Uncle Daddy.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then someone said, "You're not a homewrecker, but this is not the same fairy tale either. Trauma bonding is real and it can feel like true love fast. I'm not saying break up, but both of you need space and therapy and a plan before this wrecks custody and your family completely." Yeah. And so, and the OP said, "I get where you're coming from, and I totally respect that. But it's more than just bad stuff we've been through. Even the little things like music, books, and movies. We are so alike, and this is the best relationship I've ever had. I don't want to give this up,
You can find someone else that likes the same books and music, honey.
girl."
I promise you, there's so many people that are gonna like similar things than you. I promise you. I promise.
Yeah, everybody's just saying the same thing, that she needs counseling, and that someone even said like you should ask your sister why she cheated on him, because
I guess that is true.
I don't necessarily agree with that,
Well,
but
I mean, yeah.
I mean it could have been just for her because cheaters are cheaters, but maybe there was something lacking in their relationship that she felt like she needed to go find somewhere else, and that's why she cheated, and it's something bad about him. I don't know. Okay, this one comes from the best of Redditor updates.
I love
Am I the
updates.
asshole 27 female for not wanting to share my final notes with my nursing classmates? It's for Tatnit.
Her
I
notes?
don't think she's an asshole, but I mean,
So she said, "Am I the asshole for not wanting to share my final notes?" So it's for a final with my nursing classmates. So she's in a nursing program.
I feel like it just depends. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like you need to fend for yourself, put your own weight. You can't expect, but it just depends on the situation. I need to hear it.
Yeah, I need to hear the situation too.
Hey y'all, so I'm in an accelerated nursing program. We are all set to graduate actually this week, but I'm not doing too well in my med surge class, and most likely will not be graduating until April if I have to retake this class. Now, basically, for an entire year, there are a few classmates of mine, one in particular, who always asks me to send her notes for some of our classes to study before an exam. I take a lot of time creating those notes, reading the textbook, watching videos, rescinding the professor's lectures. At first, I did not mind sending until I realized that majority of the classmates had my notes. The one girl I sent my notes to was sending to other people before our last exam. I looked over at the classmate who I did not send my notes to, and she had my notes printed out, studying from them before the exam. I didn't mind sharing my notes because I felt as if we are all working together to pass. That was until I started failing med surge. I guess there are tips and tricks and resources online that the class had found and are just not sharing with everyone else. So So I feel away because I feel like I've been helping so many people and I've asked for help but haven't received it. No one owes me anything, and I understand why people don't like to share the resources they have because they might get in trouble or they worry the professor might find out and change the exams. But I feel bitter now. We have a final tomorrow and several people have been asking me to send them my notes for our pediatric final. I just don't want to send them because I feel like I've been helping you all year, and when I needed help no one responded. People have literally told me they are only passing the class because of my notes. Am I the asshole for not sharing my notes for the final?
Nope. Fuck them.
I don't think so. Like, that is so messed up from them. Like, why are they
No.
doing that?
Yeah, girl. If you're sending the main notes and you're failing and they're passing,
I'd be so pissed.
I would, if anything, maybe I'm fucked up for this because what I would do is I would like make like the notes wrong and send it to them.
petty queen.
That's what I would do. But I'm like, you're gonna let me fail. You're gonna fail.
Guess what? None of us are passing.
Yeah, that's
Yes, if I can't pass, you can't pass.
We're all
And I'm
gonna be
like,
in this
it's not my
class
fault.
together.
It's not my fault. Like, you guys should have made your own notes. I'm sorry. I accidentally
Yeah.
mixed up the notes. They were wrong. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
You should have taken the time to make your own notes.
Yeah, I feel like if she does share them again, she should be like, "I'll share if you share me what your resources are, because it's not a fair trade if I'm just doing all the work and you're finding other resources that you're not sharing, because it's, yeah, like she said, it's not fair to her that there are other resources that they're gaining and not sharing with the class when literally like she only meant to share it with one person and she's being nice about not really caring after it got out. And literally somebody had her notes printed out.
That's insane, though. Like, I feel like that's so
I'd
messed
be like,
up.
is that
And the fact that they didn't share, like, the information that they knew with her, like, oh my gosh, that's so messed up. That's like so mean girl energy. Like, why?
Yeah, but I heard the nursing program is pretty
Like, it can be toxic. Or
yeah, it's pretty toxic.
yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's like really competitive, and like at first they want to be like your friends, but later on it's like a competition who does better.
So is she referring to like clinicals or just like a class? Do you know?
I don't know.
Med
I
surge?
think I'm not sure.
Because I know you just started. So
Yeah.
okay, so have you gotten any pettiness in your classes?
Well, no, because I'm still taking my prereqs right now.
Oh, okay, the prereq. So you're not like in the nursing
Yeah.
programs. You're like in the okay. See, here I thought she was actually doing nursing.
I know. I didn't. I told her, but I was like,
It still applies to you. You're gonna be a nurse. So.
Period. We're just claiming it early.
She's a fake nurse. Okay, so there's an update. Hey y'all, so I believe it was yesterday that I posted on this group about how I'm currently failing my med surge 2 class, which I still am, LOL. Our final for that class isn't until Thursday. There are a couple girls who usually rely on me to send them their notes for our classes before exam, and I never had an issue until I realized that my notes were being sent to people that I didn't send them to. Still, this didn't bother me until I reached out looking for help pertaining to our med surge class, because everyone is passing except me. When I reached out, I got a very broad responses as to how they were studying and what resources they were using to get good grades. I felt a way about this because I feel like all semester or even all year, I've been kind enough to share my notes before exams for them to study. They've been doing well now, and now that I need help, no one wanted to help me. They didn't want to jeopardize the resources they have, which is fine. I decided not to share my notes this time around before our pediatrics finals. It seemed as if people were not reading or even studying for the class. They were relying on my notes. We took our pediatrics final today, and I got a 96. Okay, girl.
Okay, smart
Wow.
queen.
Good
Dang.
job. The group of girls who usually use my notes to study failed, and and 3 of them got caught using ChatGPT.
Oh.
That's what you get.
And nursing school is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, and are now being dismissed from the program. Mind you, we only have 2 more days until the semester is over, and we are supposed to be getting pinned for graduation. Wow.
They deserve that shit. They deserve it.
This
would've
this
tickled me the
final
perfect
was
way.
worth 30% of our grade, and a few of them were already sitting at 77%, failing Failing brought them down to a 75, which is passing for my program. I kind of feel bad because I knew they relied on my notes, but I also didn't feel bad because I asked them for help and no one asked me. Am I the asshole for not giving them my notes? I feel like I let them fail. Girl, you are not the teacher.
You're not the asshole.
Uh-uh.
And honestly, you didn't even have to do anything. Karma just got them for you. That's perfect. That would have literally made my day. That would have made a whole
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, they're the ones who have to put the work anyways to have their notes and to study.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because it seemed like from what you were saying that they weren't even studying, they weren't reading the book. That's on them. Like,
That's not on you at all.
yeah, and all they had to do was share information. Y'all could have been exchanging information. They
Y'all
didn't
could have
want to
been passing
exchange on their
together.
behalf. Yeah. That's on them, Queen. Good job on you for getting a 96.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Period.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I'm sure you have to retain a lot of information. Like, I had to take like anatomy and like a couple medical like stuff for my nail tech program. And that was like I had to learn like the musculovascular, I don't know. I had to learn about muscles, I had to learn about veins, I had to learn about, the organs because all that applies when you do nails, and then I had to learn about the skeletal system. So you learning all that plus more, I mean, obviously it's going to be way more in depth. I know it's a lot of studying that you had to do, like. So people are saying, so someone says getting to nursing school was very competitive. I'm surprised they would jeopardize their program by cheating. I'm also confused how they could be doing well in med surge and failing peds and vice versa for the OP, as it's literally the same technique: study, notes, read the textbook, care plans, clinical, etc. The grade shouldn't vary that much. And then the OP says our PED exams are pretty straightforward. And it also helps that our professor is a great lecturer who holds study sessions for those who are struggling in a certain topic. I join all sessions regardless on how well I think I've grasped the topic. Our med-surg class is more critical thinking, less of what you actually know. You need to know how to apply the info. Not to throw my professor under the bus, but half of our cohort is failing her class, which is a common trend for her class in particular. Most people passing have had to use resources like Quizlet or buy simple nursing packages subscription to grasp the material because she doesn't do too well teaching. Keep in mind this is an accelerated program completed over 11 months. Most of us have no clinical background, so we lack and aren't taught the critical thinking aspect of nursing. Kind of have to teach ourselves. So that makes sense why she's not necessarily passing. So just somebody says it sounds like they were cheating in med search too, which is why they weren't explaining how they were doing too well. Yeah. Back in the informatics class, I realized most of everybody except for like two people were cheating. The teachers had a computer up for tips on programming, but apparently wasn't aware that you could see the entire program already written out. So people just copied it exactly every single time. Oh, so his teacher had like the answers up by accident. So
so
so he's
weak.
saying like he thinks that they were cheating, and that's why they didn't say that, which is probably true. If they were cheating with ChatGPT, maybe that was their resource.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT is not always right. I won't,
Mm-mm.
and it's not good for the environment, so don't use it.
And also, like, don't feel guilty for it because clearly, like, if they're using ChatGPT, like, to try to become a nurse, they're not cut out for nursing. Like, they don't need to be a nurse. They don't need to be taking care of nobody. So, don't feel bad. That was not on you. You not sharing your notes.
Yeah,
That's on them, not on you.
because I mean, they could have just said like, "Hey, I'm just using ChatGPT, girl." It's that simple. But yeah, you're not the asshole. Nursing our school is hard, Queen. So I have two more. So you want to do two more? Or y'all want to do one?
We can do one more.
So I'll let you guys choose. So this first one is my 22 female boyfriend, 21 male, called me by his friend's name, 19 female, during sex. Or I, I male 26, seemed to frustrate my girlfriend, female 30, for saying no to requests. Am I lazy or being manipulated?
The
Which
first
one do
one.
y'all want?
I kind of want to hear both now.
I wouldn't mind
talking
hearing
to me
both.
or
If I had to
me?
choose, I would say the first one.
I don't mind doing both either, but the first one, yeah, I want to hear the
Okay,
first
we'll
one.
see if we'll have time for the second
Yeah.
one. If not, maybe me and Ruth can do it on our own.
Yeah.
And you can leave. My 22 female boyfriend, 21 male, called me by his friend's 19 female name during sex. Sorry, I'm kind of mad right now. I'll keep it simple. My boyfriend has this semi best friend who he has known for 2 years. We've been together for almost 1 year. He hangs out with her sometimes and goes to the gym with her. I brought up the boundaries a few times because I believe that she can get too comfortable around him. Examples: long hugs and sending him outfit pics. He brushed it off at first, but realized I was serious about it. And I'll admit that I've had a very strong urge to snoop the past few weeks, which is unhealthy, I know, mainly because they've been hanging out more. And yes, I'm relatively jealous. She's fit and likes to show it off. I don't want to see her as competition, but part of me does. So we were having some fun, and I heard him moan something, but I couldn't hear it. Fast forward a few minutes, and he does it again, and he's saying his friend's name. I stop. He asks what's up. I tell him what happened, and he denies it. I'm not stupid. So I simply get up and make plans to leave. He then tells me I'm right and that he's sorry. Still, I'm pissed that he tried to play it off at first. He has apologized, and I don't know if I'm overreacting and being insecure. The timing is just off, and this hasn't happened before. I've never I've never as much peeked at their conversations, but there's an overwhelming urge right now for me to do something. Not a native speaker, so she's saying that like she doesn't speak English, that's why her words might be off. Yeah, I think.
Break up with him. Well, if you really want to be petty, because I feel like I'm like the type of person, I'm just petty. I would say fuck him and moan someone else's name too.
I feel like I would just I would like chop him in the throat. Say,
I want her to snoop around and see the messages between them.
yeah. I mean, after that, I might be like, oh, okay, it was an accident, but I'll still be mad. But then I'm gonna go snoop after. I'll probably give him something to knock him out a little bit so he can sleep good, and then and then go through his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a comment says, not cool. If he wants to continue a relationship, he needs to set his boundaries. He can't be fantasizing about her, especially when you're having sex. If he can't see what's wrong and won't make changes, then it's not worth it.
People are actually thinking about like that's something workable. I don't know. Maybe that's just for me. That's a deal breaker. I couldn't do it. I could not.
Yeah, I don't know if I can bounce back from that. We might have a couple conversations, but ultimately, knowing me, I probably wouldn't continue the relationship.
Plus, like the fact that like their friendship is already like blurring those lines and crossing those boundaries. That's just like no.
Yeah,
No.
I would leave too immediately. I can't get back with that person.
Sending photos of her outfit.
Girl, he don't need to see your phone.
She knows what she's doing.
Right.
Post it on your close friends and ask people for their opinions on there. How about that?
Because men don't know fashion.
They don't.
I mean, well, I'll say most men, because there are some fashionable men, and he's not gay, so
Yeah.
not to stereotype gay men, but if someone says, "Do you think he's cheating on you emotionally or physically?" And then OP says, "I don't want to say yes, but my gut says something off." Trust that gut,
Trust
girl.
it.
Trust your
the
gut.
gut. It's there for a reason.
Yeah, her gut's
And if
right.
you're not a native speaker, I'm gonna assume that you're some type of ethnic, and we just our ancestors just speak to us through the gut. So I just know they're trying to tell you something. Someone says, trust your gut. Maybe there are some friends, mutual friends, who you can talk to privately. Ask them what's up. Initially, I wouldn't be accusatory, but keep a watchful eye. Don't confront him.
would.
No, girl, we're crazy.
No.
Like he's a cheater.
No, I'm like, I don't know what these people are on, but y'all are fucking insane. Y'all would actually like let them get away with this. First of all, he's not leaving without bruises or
You definitely
I'm like,
getting that nut off.
I'm like, you're literally gonna get murdered. Like you're
I'm cutting your balls off.
no, literally. I'm like, this is not forgivable
And
for
they're
me.
coming with me.
And maybe it's just because we're like I feel like we're all pretty like not like and like not necessarily like in a bad way, but like kind of like possessive and jealous a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we're like territorial a little bit. I'm like I don't
We're just gonna
know.
put a stereotype out there. We're
I
Latina.
I think that was definitely emotionally. He was cheating emotionally.
Yes,
At
they
the
haven't
very
even.
least,
Yeah,
and I'm
at the
like,
very least, cause it like then they, I think she said like they go to the gym together and
yeah,
stuff.
and
So
I'm
they're
like, you
working
just
out.
know like, and like with the outfit checks and all, I'm like, you can like, he's obviously gonna be checking her out and all that. He has like a crush on her, and I'm like, that's even if it's not necessarily cheating, like you're just also not necessarily being loyal or like respecting her boundaries. Like that's still disrespectful, and then doing that, no.
So we do have an update.
Okay.
Yay!
So, yep, most of you are right. I'm glad I posted here because part of me felt like I was overreacting, which wasn't the case. He realized I was pretty pissed and I sat down to talk to him. I told him if there was anything I should know, he should tell me now. He acted stupid, so I told him that if he had nothing to hide, I wanted to see his phone, specifically their conversations. To my surprise, he actually let me see it, but it was obvious that he had deleted a lot. So I went to their Facebook Messenger chat and he got super nervous. So I already knew what I was gonna find. Took him a few seconds before he grabbed his phone and he confessed right after that they only kissed and it didn't mean anything. My
Whoa.
God, I felt like I was going to explode. How can someone do this? So close to our anniversary too. I left and haven't talked to him since. Pretty sure they've been fucking behind my back for a while.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I
It just
only punched you in your throat.
yeah, it disgusts me. There have been a few times where we were hanging out together. He got back from the gym or hanging out with her. So I definitely getting I'm
Get
definitely getting
tested.
tested very soon. Yeah, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe how that bitch I can't believe how that bitch could be so fake to me the entire time. Him too, of course. I just don't understand why. Either I was a side chick or she was, and I definitely don't understand why she would be okay with either. I did sign up for the gym yesterday, so yay, she can have him. I don't want anything to do with him anymore. And in a way, she sort of inspired me to get fit, I guess. I hope that he does the same thing to her. I was right in trusting my gut after all. Good job,
Yeah.
queen. And now you can get that body right, get it tight, and then on to the next one, okay?
Mhm.
Who's going to be faithful?
They would both be getting punched.
Honestly, I'm so proud of her for leaving him right away too,
Yeah. Because a lot of people, they will just like stay and try to work it out. Like, no,
and then
queen.
And it's
leave.
hard, especially because like I mean, this she said it was like they had been together for over
1
a year,
year.
and that it was like gonna be their anniversary. So I'm assuming almost
They're
two
about to be
years.
2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually so messed up. I would be running them both over.
Yeah. I mean, I like usually like I can understand if the woman didn't know, but she was friends with him, so she knew about
Yeah.
his and her relationship. So I think it's okay for her to be upset at the girl because, but
Yeah.
you knew this is my
No.
man,
I'm
and you
like
coming up in here.
both guys and girls. They'd be weird.
Yeah.
I agree with what she commented. She's like, why would she be okay with being the side girl? Like, I would not ever be okay with
Yeah,
that.
respect yourself, queen. Do not be a side chick. And no
Mm-mm.
matter what he tells you, he's not gonna leave voluntarily. He's gonna wait until she breaks up with him.
Yeah.
Like, so commenter says, "Good, you're better off without him, and that bitch ain't your friend. Cut both of them off. Cut, cut both of them off your life. Best of luck, and may you find the happiness you truly deserve." Yep. She said, "I hope I am. She's definitely not. I don't want to even see her. Got to admit, I'm feeling way more insecure right now. Thanks. I wish you the same. Oh, you shouldn't feel insecure. This is nothing. That has nothing to do with you.
No, cheaters are gonna cheat. You could literally be the most perfect, most gorgeous person, and just like the wrong person just won't value you, and won't like realize like your
Yeah, it
worth.
has nothing to do. Like she may look in your eyes like more physically fit and more put together, but obviously there's something in her life that's lacking that she felt like she had to come and take yours. You know. And someone says, it's totally normal to feel insecure right now. Try and remember that his cheating absolutely does not reflect on who you are, emotionally or physically. He didn't cheat because you weren't attractive enough. He cheated because he's an asshole who wanted to have his cake and eat it too. Look at all the celebrities who get cheated on. You can't be hot enough to prevent it from happening. It's all a reflection of the person who cheats. Best of luck moving forward. Yeah, girl, if Beyonce can get cheated on, No one's safe out here, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce. Yeah, and someone says, if my partner was moaning someone else's name during sex, there's absolutely no way everything's gonna be okay after that. Yep.
No, thank you.
Right.
Thank
Like
you.
the rage that would fill my body. Like insecurity will come probably after that, but the rage would take over. Like
Yeah.
I
I
would be drop kicking him.
no, literally, my hands would be wrapped around that neck real quick.
Yeah, cause what do you mean? I'm out here doing my best work.
Literally.
Oh yeah.
And
You
it
was
kind
out
of
here
it kind
moaning?
of sounded like she was topping him too. I'm like, you're doing all this work, and he's just laying there and thinking of someone else. Oh, you got me fucked
What do
up.
you mean I have you making noises and her name come out of there? I'm gonna kill you. So this will be the last one. I, male 26, seem to frustrate my girlfriend, female 30, for saying no to her request. Am I lazy or being manipulated?
Probably lazy. He's a man.
I think yeah, he's probably being lazy.
I don't know. We'll see. We have to see. We have to see.
It's hard for me to take man a side with. It's hard for me to take a man's side, so I'll have to hear your
Yeah,
side first.
I have to hear it.
And she's 26 and he's 36.
No, he's 26 and she's 30.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like the older you get as a woman, the more you expect from a man. So like her expectations might be a little bit higher than what you can perform. Me and my girlfriend used to get along months back. There are a few issues between us, but one is when I tell her no to a request or a favor. This could be drive me to my parents' house, 1 hour round trip, or turn my computer on for me, get a glass of water. Whenever I say no, it's met with a sigh of disappointment or frustration, and then I'm asked for an explanation of why. I might have just sat down, I might have just completely something else for her, or completed something else for her. I might think that it would take the same time for her to do something as me. I most often just don't want to do the easy things for her because I feel it's conditioning me and setting a bar of expectations that I will always do those things.
Yeah, he's just lazy.
I'm not done yet. she will then blow up on me, turn into a total nightmare where it's basically impossible to interact for either of us, typically for hours, sometimes days. This still happens when I try to be the bigger person and fix things between us, and when I feel like I've been wronged for no valid reason. When I call her out on her behavior after I've done something that she considers rude or hurtful, some saying no to someone saying no to one of those requests, her response is, "It's okay because it's rude. It's a rude reaction to something I did that was rude in the first place, and she doesn't need to apologize because I was the first person to do something rude." That's right, Queen.
Yeah, I know. I was like, over here smiling.
Toxica. Okay. Anyways, I have tried many times to talk through this with her and explain that if I've done something rude, to come and talk to me and we can have a normal adult conversation. We don't need attitudes, sarcasm, yelling and interrupting. But we can't keep escalating our conversations in this way over something so trivial. Today, she asked me to turn her computer on for her when we were about to play games together, and I had just sat down and told her no because you're capable of it, in a light-hearted tone with a smile, not in any intended malicious tone or way. She completely lost it. She's telling me that she regrets moving in together, that I'm rude, and that couples do things for each other because we're like two pilots in a plane. I, male 26, would almost never ask someone to do something for me I was rarely able to do alone. It comes off as either lazy or incompetent in my mind. I love my girlfriend and do things for her all the time, but I'm used to dating women who could do more on their own. I love helping her when she needs something up high and there's something heavy, or if she needs extra set of hands to carry stuff. But we fight over the smallest issues like above every weekend and once or twice during the week. It's been like this for months. Do I need to be doing more in a growing relationship with marriage down the horizon? I've never been this far, so I don't know. Is this a sign of being manipulated? I am also I am also gaslighted? Question mark. And, and when I correct her, she gets upset. I know, quotations, what she's trying to say. Things like, you never apologize, you never do things for me, you never do XYZ, things I do often. We're having our second couples therapy session next week, but no progress so far.
I feel like I can relate to her because I would want someone to do little things for me like that. And I
Yeah.
think little things like that, there's nothing wrong for you to want that. And I feel like also I grew up with my sisters and we do little things for each other. We sometimes we'll be like, ugh, but we'll still do it.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like I'm like how like Tanya said, like we grew up like doing things for each other, and then I feel like dad and mom like do things for us too, like little things, and it's like it's not an inconvenience to just do it. Yeah, she can do it, but you can do it too. You're her boyfriend. You should be wanting to do these things for her. Like I'm like it's a privilege for you to.
To serve me.
Yes.
Literally, like what?
She's blessing you with her presence. You better be acting
Honestly,
right.
Tavita can low key probably relate to this guy.
I feel like all the problems would be solved if he just did it.
If
Like
he just
just do
listened.
it. Like
Just
it's
do
not
what
that
you're
hard to
supposed to
push the
do.
laptop button to turn on. Like
He's over here complaining about having to turn on a laptop. Boy, get out my face. Just do it.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, because it's just like, and her love language might be acts of service. Like my top love language is acts of service. So I feel most love when you do something for me, or if you bring me a gift. That's my second love language. So I either need a little gift, sweet treat, or you need to do something for me.
And I don't feel
Yeah.
like he's being gaslighted, to be honest. I don't
I'm
know
not-
where he threw that. Like, why did he say that?
Maybe because she says like, "Oh, you never do anything
That
for
I
me."
will
Okay,
agree
yeah,
with. Like, that's
that
not
wasn't
healthy.
fair,
That's not
yeah.
healthy to say, like, you never do this or you always do this because that's not 100% true. You shouldn't be wording things that way. That's not a great way of communicating, especially in a relationship. Hopefully, couples therapy helps with that. But I will say, just do the things. It's not hard things. She's just asking for small little things, and if you just do it, there won't be arguments 3-4 times a week. That's insane.
Yeah, I just feel like you're making it harder. If it's so simple and it's so easy, then why can't you do what she asked you to do? So I feel her on that because there are things that I asked Tavita to do. I know I can do it myself. I know the kids could do it, but I want you to do it because that's what makes me feel loved and cared about. So if I'm asking you, I'm giving you the opportunity to love me. So I mean, if you want to be married, that's part of marriage. So
Yep.
it says so someone says it sounds like you're both being a problem here. If you're feeling that resentful over getting someone a glass of water, you really shouldn't be dating. You do kind of need to automatically do things for each other in a relationship most of the time, and it won't work. But your girlfriend probably should take more initiative too. And frankly, she should probably leave instead of throwing a fit. I don't think you need to be making your whole psychological thing about being manipulated either. Also, she's not gaslighting you by being dramatic, but she does need to stop because that's a super unhelpful way to communicate. Yeah, I don't think she's gaslighting you. I don't think she's just being a bit dramatic, which I can relate to. I'm a little
Me
jumpy.
too.
Yep.
It says, not gonna lie, my husband does those things for me and he never complained. I do the same for him as well. I can't even imagine saying no just to getting my partner a glass of water or turning on the computer. Do you even really care about her? The the arguing and such is definitely too much, of course. But to be honest, I would low key regret moving in with someone who keeps tabs over shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like she should leave him because, like, I wouldn't like for someone to also be like upset to do little things like that for me. I don't know. That's just how I am. Cause
Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
My face was like a comment.
because I was like, I don't know. I'll ask my dad to like make me something, and he'll do it. He never is like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like earlier today, we were at church and we had like a Christmas like dinner thing, and their ceviche and I like mine with a lot of lemon and salt. So I like texted my dad asking if he could go, like, because he was at the house like real quick to pick something up, if he could bring lemon and salt for me. And I guess he was already driving to the church, and he turned around to go back home and get 10 lemons for me and
Yeah.
salt. Like he'll
Yeah.
do it without like complaining.
Yeah. And someone says, why are you in a relationship with someone whose goal in life is to be a princess? Because all girls are. Someone says, why are you in a relationship with someone whose goal in life is to be a princess?
That's what I'm saying. Like, she wants.
Wait, did you not hear what she said?
Oh, what?
Someone says, why are you in a relationship with someone whose goal in life is to be a princess? Like, why are you even with her?
Yeah. Oh, I was saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is he with her if he doesn't want to, like, take care of her? Like, or are they saying it in a mean way?
They're saying it in
They're
Oh.
saying it in a mean way to her. Like, she should be acting
Dang.
like a princess. Like, get out of here. All girls are princesses.
Yeah, she is a princess. I feel like, why is he with her if he doesn't want to take care of her, treat her like a princess? But
To
And
the
Opie
commenter,
says-
you're just a peasant. That's why.
Yeah, Opie says, I don't know. Her family is well off, and she sure likes to be treated like one. Is this just a personality crash?
What is wrong with you guys? Do you guys not like your girlfriends? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
would
hate
act
my
like that
girlfriend
too.
final boss.
Yeah, someone says, I can't imagine writing all of these things you have and thinking that that this is someone I want to be in a relationship with. Read what you have written and think about the advice that you would give a friend in this situation. I know Reddit often jumps to break up, but here I think it's warranted. And OP says, thanks, I needed to hear that. You can imagine what my friends would have said. Because your friends are losers.
Y'all are all
Yeah.
losers.
it sounds like you don't want to date a beautiful princess.
Yeah, she's a queen out here. She needs to be served. What do you mean?
I don't know. And it's like, maybe it's just because, like, how we grew up, like we talked about. But I'm like, even then, it's like, you should want to be, like, I feel like if you love someone, you want to do things to, like, make them feel loved and cared for. Like, something as simple as getting her water. First of all, you should be lucky that's all she's asking for.
Yeah. I feel like what she's asking for is not a big deal. She's just asking for you to do small things, which is probably her love language, is what it seems, and that you're being a jerk. You're being mean.
He should be
Yeah,
single.
he's being a jerk for sure. Like, he shouldn't be with her if that's the case.
And then he's
Yeah.
talking about, I've never did it with, like, girls that are like, da, da, da. Okay, then go be with the low maintenance girl. If that's for you, then that's for you. Don't bag a baddie and complain about it.
Men don't know how to what to do with a baddie when they get one.
You don't know how to handle all that.
They want a baddie, then when they get
He
one,
can't handle a queen.
not at all. Especially if, like, I don't know if he's saying that they're well off in terms of, like, money or relationship wise, but if he's like, my dad treats my sisters, then they're used to being, like, loved on, so they're gonna expect that from their partner. So if her dad is like that, then she's gonna expect that as well. So maybe go be with somebody who has dad issues. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, I would say. I mean, they're going in counseling, so maybe they can work it out. But
Yeah, hopefully.
hopefully the counselor suggests that love language thing, because I think that's definitely what her love language might be.
Yeah.
So that was the last story. I mean, I have others, but you have to go to work. So what are your thoughts?
I feel like towards the end they were getting better, like the stories, and I was able to focus more. Because the first one I was like, oh my gosh,
It was
this is
long.
so long. How am I supposed to pay attention? I was trying so hard to pay attention.
Yeah, we all have a little.
She has an attention span of a goldfish.
A little squirrel.
Just a little strawberry. That's all.
But I liked it kept getting better and
Yeah.
shorter. So
I'll keep that in mind. Keep you the short stories.
yeah.
But they were all really good stories. Some of them pissed me off.
Yeah.
A lot of them pissed me
Reddit
off,
will do that to
actually.
you, definitely.
Yeah. I just, like, I'm very quick to anger, I guess. I didn't realize. I'm very quick to anger.
You have
And
to
I choose
realize that, Miss
violence.
Therapist.
That what?
I said you have to realize that, Miss Therapist. She's gonna be with her clients. Oh, that motherfucking bitch. She'll be like, slap him. Session is over. Slap him. Yeah. So this is good practice for you.
I guess so, yep.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Let us
Thanks
know
for
your thoughts
watching. Thanks for
below.
having us.
Don't,
Yes, thank you.
yes, thank you to my sisters for coming on. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow all of the things. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.